Gentlemen, have you had the desire to improve your cooking game or perhaps even get into cooking, but you just didn't have the kitchen confidence? Well, fear no more, my friends, because my name is Chris and I am your kitchen wingman. Coming up, I'm gonna show you how to get your kitchen game on point. Oh, hey. So you're probably wondering what exactly is a kitchen wingman? Well, if you think about how a social wingman helps you out in social situations, they have your back, run interference, whatever you need. The same thing for me as your kitchen wingman. I'm here to help you out in the kitchen. Here at the Kitchen Wingman, we focus on three things: simple recipes, minimal ingredients, big flavor. Now, my goal is to help start you out slowly so that we build your confidence up in the kitchen so that pretty soon you'll be making a whole meal, not just individual dishes. So you ready to get started? Okay, let's go. So I know I said we're going to start simple, and I couldn't think of anything more simple than making this simple appetizer. Today we're going to be making freshly made corn chips and fresh guac. Now I know what you're thinking. Chris, I can go to the store and buy a bag of Doritos, get some queso in a jar, zap it in the microwave, put it on the table, and that's good enough. Well, gentlemen, I'm sorry, but here at the Kitchen Wingman, we're raising our game up, okay? And in order to do that, that means we're gonna make it fresh. Can you imagine the look on that person's face when you bring out a freshly made plate of chips and fresh guac? They're not gonna know what to expect coming out there for the main course, but baby steps, gentlemen, baby steps. We'll get there, all right? Stay with me. The first thing you have to do is make sure that you have corn tortillas. Very important to have those, because if you use the flour tortillas, they're not going to cook well, they're not going to dry out well. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn on your oil at medium flame and let that warm up while you're preparing the tortilla. How do we do that? We have to get some of the moisture out of the tortilla by putting it in the microwave for 30 seconds. That way, when you put it in the fryer, it gives you a much more crispy chip. Now, is it impossible to fry the chip or make the chips right out of fresh tortillas out the fridge? No, of course you can make it that way, but you're going to end up with a much more chewier kind of chip, and we want super crunchy so that it feels like an authentic restaurant style chip. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to take the tortillas that you see right here, we're going to take them and put them individually inside the microwave on a paper towel so that the moisture can dry out. Okay, the tortillas are all ready to go. We dried them out really good. I'm using about 5 here to make sure that we have a nice batch of chips. And over here you have the cooking oil. I'm using a peanut oil, but you don't have to use that. You can use vegetable or canola as well, in case you have anyone with any kind of peanut allergies. So now we're going to turn on the flame, keep it at medium. And the reason we need a medium flame is because we don't want the oil to get too hot. Otherwise the chips are going to cook really fast and overcook. We want them to come out really nice and yellow. So now we're ready to turn our tortillas into chips. Let's chop them up and see how they turn out. Okay, so now it's time to test the oil out and see if it's ready to go. We're going to use a sacrificial chip, this guy right here, and we're going to see if the oil is ready. If he sinks to the bottom, then we need to turn our whole oil up. If he's floating at the top, then we're just right. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, see? He's good to go already. Okay, so now we're going to add the rest of our chips. Now again, you're not going to add all the chips at the same time. I would say between 6 and 8 at one in a batch, and do it that way. Otherwise you're going to overcrowd the oil, and then the chips may not get fully cooked. So, and also depending on the size of the chips you cut up, how your triangles turn out, that might also allow you to get more in the bowl than normal. Now as you take your spoon, you're going to tap them and feel that they're still very soft, but you're going to keep tapping because you want to monitor that and make sure as soon as it starts becoming rigid, you know it's time to start taking things out. Because the key is you don't want them to turn brown, you want them to stay this whitish yellow color like a tortilla chip. You don't want them to go all brown like a French fry or something like that. Now you hear that? You see how the oil got quiet? That's how you know the chips are ready. Now you take your spoon, scoop everything out. See how they're golden brown now? Not too brown. That's what you want. Take them over to your bowl here. Work your pile, and you put the rest in. Okay, fellas, the chips are all set. Let's move on to the guac. So in order to take care, if you never worked with avocados before, the key is to start with the knife across, not on the top, but right on the top. Hopefully this works. And you're going to slide the avocado around. Be very careful. As you come around, you want to kind of keep it guided on the same thing. So when you finish, the avocado has a whole seam that goes all the way around it. Then you're going to take it and you're going to twist, and then you have avocado. Now, to get the pit out is a little more tricky. You have to take the knife, and again, be careful to whack it and twist it out, and there you go. And you can take that pit and get rid of it. We're going to do the same thing with the second. Now we're going to take a spoon, and you're going to take the spoon and go into the avocado like this, and you're going to just scoop it out into the bowl. And it comes out relatively easily into the bowl, and all you're left with is the husk. You do the same thing for the other pieces as well. So we're going to use a spoon. So now you want everything to mash down. We're going to use a spoon to now mash this down, and hopefully get these to smush up a little bit so they get a little soft, because we don't want them to be too chunky. So once you have it mashed up to the texture you want, this is fine for me. You're going to take your salsa, and now you're going to add that, or your pico de gallo. You're going to add that. You're going to mix that up, and you're going to add your lime juice. Just a few squirts. And now we're ready to plate. All right, fellas, there you have it. You just took your first step to culinary greatness. Congratulations. Yeah, I know you were nervous in the beginning, but that's okay. We're gonna get there. This is just the first step in our long journey, okay? I hope the video was helpful. Thanks for taking time to check it out. If you wanna see more content like this, don't forget to hit a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. All right, till next time, be well.